This little spot right here, Nora and I have always called Kidney Stone Point. The reason being is because back when we were dating, I was fishing a club tournament. And back then our club tournaments, once you weighed in on Saturday at 5 p.m., you could go fish all night long until noon on Sunday if you wanted. And we came down and I weighed in and she brought my dinner. And then we went out Saturday evening. And we came here and fished, we fished quite a few places on the main river. But when we came here, she started talking about how she didn't feel very good. And she said, why don't you take me back to the boat ramp and I'll go on home and you come home at dark and everything will be good. So I drove her back to the boat ramp, it's only a couple miles, no big deal, and I continued to go fish. And when I got home at dark, I couldn't find her anywhere, and I was actually starting to kind of panic. Didn't really know what happened to her. Her car was in the driveway, but she wasn't around. And I called her cell phone and there was no answer. Finally, I looked in a couple of spots, and I don't know why I didn't look here at the beginning, but right there on the kitchen table was a note that said, took Lori to the hospital, something's wrong. So then I was panicked. And when I got to the hospital, about 10 o'clock that night, that's when they told me, it was probably just kidney stones. But she was having a hard time passing them, and she was in a lot of pain and everything else. And they actually gave her some stuff to help pass them. And, long story short, they let her go home at midnight that night. So we brought her home at midnight, got her to bed and everything else. And the next day, I didn't wake up early enough to go fish a tournament. I think I got up about 8 o'clock. And she said, honey, go ahead, go fish the rest of the day for that tournament, go down there and fish for a little while. So I ended up going and putting in, and I didn't have any time to go anywhere. I think by the time I got on the water, it was like 8:30 or something, and we were supposed to weigh in at noon. So I put in and fished right there at the ramp. And I caught a limit of fish right there at the ramp. I remember something I'd never used before. I was using a cotton candy lizard for some reason, a 4-incher. And they were eating it real good around the ramp. And I don't think I won that tournament. I think I came in second. So it's really not a truth behind the trophy story, just kind of one of those odd stories, and things kind of work out.